The search now for the missing Kansas City baby Lisa Irwin. Her parents' lawyer is telling Fox News he learned of what he calls a major breakthrough from the FBI, that on the same night the mom says Lisa vanished from her crib, somebody used the mom's cell phone to call this woman, Megan Wright. Megan Wright says she doesn't know the Irwins at all. Plus, Lisa's mom claims she was asleep when that call went out and that her phone disappeared the same time the baby Lisa did. Now their parents say this proves the parents' innocence.
A call is gone out to somebody who she doesn't know. How many numbers do you have in your cell phone? The people who you call are the people that you know their numbers. I assume the FBI has pulled every phone record that exists. There's no connection whatsoever on any phone record of any connection between Debbie Bradley and this girl with the pink hair, as you said.
Of course, the mother also told Fox News she was drunk off boxed wine that same night and may have blacked out for some period of time. The legal panel has backed Assistant District Attorney in Kings County, Brooklyn, New York, Josh Hanshaft, and Criminal Defense Attorney Randy Zell. And I mean, just as a layperson looking at this, that she says all this doesn't prove anything, does it?
Right. No, I mean,
doesn't prove. I mean, it's just a load of it.
It's another one of those leads, and I emphasize it's a lead, so yes, it should be looked into, but like many of the leads in this case, went nowhere. So you have to kind of look at it and say, you know, first, there's a lot of strange things that if you think about it. I mean, apparently the phone calls went out. There's one at 11:57, 11:58 that night, and then again at 3:17 and 3:20 something in the morning. Well, if you're going to take a baby and you're going to want to get as far as you can get away, this comes from, I think, 1.33 miles to 1.5 miles away from the house where the baby was taken. Right there, who would do that? So something sounds fugazi to begin with. So I think it really has to be looked at as a lead, investigated. Sure, it can lead to something, but you got to be very careful that we all don't jump to these conclusions that, oh, she's cleared, she's cleared. She's not cleared.
Yeah, for parents who aren't cooperating in the case, according to police, they certainly release a lot of statements. This bombshell, as the lawyer put it, I mean, come on.
It's a critical piece of evidence because it is consistent with what they've said, which is we had nothing to do with the baby's disappearance. She was passed out. Somebody broke into the house, took the child, took the phones, and now suddenly the fact that you have a phone call being made from that phone, everyone was yelling and screaming once upon a time, well, if somebody took the phones, what happened with the phones? What's the story with the phone? Well, suddenly we now have an unanswered and unexplained story for this phone. And if in fact a call was made, it is consistent with the fact that she had nothing to do with the child's disappearance.
Unanswered and unexplained because she's not speaking to the authorities anymore. Don't you think that that's a huge piece to say, well, let's now, an investigator walks in and says, okay, we got a call that's pinging off a tower near your home. Within that time, come inside the mother and say, tell us who you know, how you know these people. She doesn't want to speak to the investigators anymore. Wouldn't you do everything you can to find out the bottom line?
The problem is that the sense is that they're not looking for the child as much as they're looking to make an arrest.
Oh,
they're looking to make an arrest. Why does this guy then have to go out and say, look, she's innocent? Why can't we just be talking about, let's look for the child? The problem is that the police are looking to make an arrest. She has a target on her head, on her back, on her shoulders, everywhere.
It's called a spin. That's what it's called. It's called a spin to say, take your eyes off of my client here and let's look at other things. And I think they should. I think they should investigate it. And I'm not saying it's the mother. I'm saying there's a lot of leads to look up. But you know what? You can't really pay attention to an attorney who's saying, there's the piece, now we solved it all, and let's look away from my client.
Well, maybe everyone should just keep their mouths shut.
Maybe if somebody steals your baby and you say they steal your cell phone at the same time, you call the cell phone to see, hey, you got my baby, could you bring the baby back? They didn't make that phone call. That's weird. That's all.
We got a call going out now.
Oh, yeah. It was a one-way phone call, yeah. Josh Hanshaft, Randy Zell, thank you.
wShepard, thank you.